Hello everyone, my name is Trifium and welcome back to another Misfits Racing League Circuit Guide. Of course, we are here in Monaco for another week of fantastic racing. We have a lot of racing action coming to you, but of course, to take you on an in-depth look, Mikcow, take us away.
Hello everyone and welcome back to another Misfits Racing League Circuit Guide. This week we are at Monaco for the Monaco Grand Prix. So I'm going to take you around the lap slowly and then I'll show you the hot lap at full speed at the end as always. So heading into Saint-Devote, you see at the top of your screens the little banner that goes above the track. You want to be braking just before that, so around 60 meters away from the first corner, Saint-Devote. Make sure you don't have any heroics into it on the first lap, of course. And you want to really attack this apex as much as you can, using all the curb available, but being sure that your left side tires remain on the tarmac, using all the track available, getting as close to the wall as you dare on the exit. But of course, careful not to hit said wall. Then we're going up the hill through Beau Rivage, completely flat out. Turn 2 and then into turn 3 Massenet. This one can be quite tricky to spot the apex. It's quite a blind apex when you're coming in at speed. You'll be just going down the gears slowly into 4th gear, keeping it nice and tight and making sure you can open up turn 4 Casino as much as you can. So for Casino, going down to 3rd gear, using all the track that you can, and then careful putting the power down on exit because it is quite unstable here. And it can be quite bumpy as well, so the car has a tendency, if you put the power down too early, to just spin you right into that right hand side wall. But nevertheless, press on through Casino, heading towards Mirabeau. Your braking point here for turn number 5 is just this little beige bit on the barriers. The barrier on the left, this little beige bit that we're at now. This is your braking point for Mirabeau, down to 2nd gear or 1st gear, trying to get some extra rotation. Going through there nice and tidily, and then as soon as you get the car straight up, you have to slam on the brakes hard for the Grand Hotel hairpin. This corner, very famous, the slowest corner on the F1 calendar. Can be very, very hard. Slow the car down enough and actually continue at speed, only going at about 40 to 50 kilometers an hour. After you come out of the hairpin, you're quickly on the power, but you want to keep the car as tight as you can. Try not to go too far wide to minimize the track distance. For the second part of Mirabeau, which is lesser known of the two, in 1st gear, revving out the car, using a bit of that runoff over the curbing, but be careful out there as it can be quite slippery. Then short shifting on the exit. And then for Portier, your turning point is just after this orange painted bit on the left-hand barrier here. So coming in 2nd gear and short shift to 3rd on the apex to get as much traction as you can. Important to maximize your exit as you make your way through the tunnel. For the tunnel, keep it nice and tight to the right-hand side to minimize the track distance. Into the light we go. And now heading into the Nouvelle chicane. This chicane can be very, very hard to get right, and it can be a hot spot for picking up warnings and invalidations, both during qualifying and the race. Your braking point here, you're going to be coming in as close to the right hand side as you can, but careful not to get on the ripple strip on the right. Braking around 90 meters, so just after the 100 meter board. You're coming in at 7th gear. Then you're slamming all the way down the gears into 2nd gear. And you want to really attack the chicane as much as you can. So you want to just turn in. Careful not to hit the that little barrier that sticks out on the left-hand side. We're going to continue to open up the corner, and then for the right-hander, you want to use as much as the curb as you can, but you have to be very, very careful to make sure that you have at least 2 of your tires on the tarmac, otherwise you will get a track invalidation. Then straight line it as much as you can, getting as close to that left hand little jut as you can, just to maximize the speed. And then we're heading into personally what is my favorite section of track on the entire F1 calendar. To back corner, you're coming in, up the gears into 6th gear, almost completely flat, just a little bit of a dab on the brakes, and then you want to use all of the track as you can. It's getting very, very close to the barriers, but of course being sure not to actually hit the barriers. And then the swimming pool chicane, completely flat out in the dry. It's absolutely amazing, absolutely thrilling. It can also be quite scary, so just keeping the car as straight as you can over the curbs. Bring it over to the left hand side, and then for the second part of the swimming pool chicane, again opening up as much as you can. That little beige spot you can use as your braking point, but it's all based on feel at this part of the track. There isn't really any real reference. But you go just, so yeah, for this part of the track, just go down a couple gears, and you just want to keep it as straight as you can using all the track available. Careful going over this curb here as well, and being sure not to hit the wall as you exit on the right hand side. And then heading into La Rascasse, can be a very, very hard braking zone, since you can see how the track sort of leans or weaves itself towards the left hand side. So this braking zone, it's very hard, and you have to be sure that the car is as straight as possible to avoid locking up into this quite crucial braking zone. Actually, we've seen quite a few overtakes here over the years. Yep, heading into La Rascasse, it's all based on feel. Goes to slam the brakes on, and then you want to make sure that you just clip the apex like so, using all the track that you can. Letting the car drift out wide, take it in first gear, short shift up to second for this part, and then Anthony Nogues, the final corner. Again, you're coming in at second gear, turning in just after that black box, and then keeping the car as straight as you can. Short shift to third on the exit of the corner to maximize the traction, hug the right hand side wall, and that is a lap around Monaco. Now I do have to apologize, in the hot lap I did make a couple mistakes. There is still some time to find, but I thought it was a decent lap nonetheless, so I hope you guys enjoy. Be sure to tune in on Tuesday for our EU grid, as they will be the first one to tackle this technical challenge and historic circuit. Until next time, I'll see you guys then. Enjoy the lap, guys.
That wraps up this in-depth look at, of course, the streets of Monte Carlo. It was Monaco. We hope you enjoyed this guide. Of course, here's the setup that Mikcow used, and we hope to see you next week where we visit Baku. It is, of course, the Azerbaijan Grand Prix.